scoreboard. REDZONE. What you wanna take? Make your snap count. What you wanna take?
Don't count your snaps, man.
We could actually hear Landon.
It doesn't matter how much
We hear him in the pre-show, but I can hear him now.
Just make sure your snaps count. Don't pitch the ball after an incomplete first down.
All right. Am I clear? E, am I clear?
Everything in your house is clear right now. Yeah, Landon loud and clear.
Yes, Landon. Okay, go sit with Nia. Nia, you and him take him down in the basement. Yeah, and mute and turn that TV off. Go ahead. Y'all go to the basement. Yeah. What's good, y'all? Busy pre-Christmas week for the two of us at work.
Yeah, you know.
So it's been but y'all deserve the podcast.
Thoughts on the first week of winter? What's your thoughts?
Say that again?
Thoughts on the first week? First week of winter?
We don't know anything yet. A little bit.
Well, people say we don't know anything ever. So.
All the time, right? You're right. Yeah. That's all right. We had the best thing about the winter so far is that there's only 2 time slots.
Yeah, oh, beautiful.
And nobody has to be out there for a long time, especially us refs who sit out there for 6-7 hours. Now it's more like 2 hours, 3 hours.
And let me give my apologies because I know there's people. We're fortunate enough to not have to be those people because we have like in-house jobs, office jobs, but I don't know who has to work outside or had to deal with this today, but on the low, I'm happy because we got the weather that we needed to hopefully clear up this field.
Oh my God!
We did not want to shovel. So, like I said, apologies to anybody who's in construction.
You have to work outside. Yo, let me tell you something.
No disrespect.
I've been singing.
This is no disrespect.
I've been singing rain songs all day because any snow that was by my house, and I have like a little patch of turf in my backyard, so I kind of gauge the turf by that. All the snow is gone. Yeah. So I haven't seen the field, but I'm gonna assume that's everywhere. It was pretty warm today, so that's a great thing.
Yeah.
But ball up top, number 1. They're already starting. Yeah, but this week was I'm happy to see a lot of the newer people that came in this week. That's one thing for a league. You want guys to come from other places and play. Hopefully they stick around. Hopefully they enjoy the what we do here.
Yeah.
But it was good to see some new guys out there.
We had a couple of very good games too, though. Good game down to
the wire. Yeah. We had 3. We about half good games.
Yeah, 2 and 2. I would say 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had about 2 and 2 good games. Lamar, what up, Lamar? Lamar's looking for a team if anybody want him.
Guys, the list that I have of guys looking for teams
that are looking for a team. Problem is,
let me put it this way: I put it out in the chat. I probably won't be doing that again. But if you are looking for guys, then you can feel free to hit me up. And I have a list of guys. We have tall guys, short guys, fast guys, red zone guys. Not even, no pun intended, like red zone targets. We have everything. All these people are looking for
a team, man.
Everybody had. When you hear winter. Snow, I don't want to play in the cold and all that, but then you look and see the video and see everybody's having fun. You want to play, so.
And FOMO hits, man. The FOMO hits, and you want to be out there. To be honest, it's not a long season, so hopefully we get in and out before it gets really, really frigid. Maybe late in the season we'll have the really, really cold, but first week was pretty good. Tomorrow should be decent. And even if you played last winter, we clear the field a little bit before we get out there. So we take care of business.
Speaking of new guys, one who has been active in the chat, like as of the last week, looking for a team, showed up, got put on the team, ball up top, and played well. was one of their
Vaughn,
leading
Vaughn was one of their
reception
lead receptions.
Yeah,
So let me get my stat sheet so I can be accurate today. Yeah, Vaughn was actually one of their lead receptions. Had a couple good catches, key catches on the sidelines. Guys, listen. When we say there's a guy looking for a team, guy from the Bengals, Lions, Bolts is from. He hit us on Instagram.
Yeah,
there's guys that like star players that come trying to find a place to play. You guys gotta, open to it. So, but like I said, there's a list of guys that want to play.
Mm-hmm.
If we were short a team, we probably would have enough. We would have enough
for a free agent team. But we would have enough for it. We put it that way.
We would have had enough.
We would have had enough for a free agent team. Yeah.
And being the fact that it's one division makes it easier. So we're not going to have that where they're playing on other teams. So it wouldn't have worked out like the free agent team in the spring worked out.
And I'll also say this. I know there was a lot of fear based on the tiers. You hear the names of guys who are joining the league and stuff like that. So there's a lot of fear of the unknown or what they thought was known based on what people did other places and stuff like that. But I felt maybe there might be some tweaks along the way. Who knows? But I felt week one, I didn't feel like anybody stood out far and above
anybody else. Yes.
You know what I mean? So, I mean,
like this week definitely came down to play. I think any team that struggled this week had the shock of it's going to be a little bit more competitive than what they're used to. So, but it's not something they can't adjust to, and they're also going to be trying to find some extra help. And we give some assistance in that department. We reach out to some guys to see if we can get them to you at the end of the day. But it wasn't nothing ridiculously over the top of anybody else. Minor tweaks. We're not saying there won't be any. There will be some probably, but nothing crazy.
You need guys. We know the guys. Everybody doesn't know everyone. Yeah, we're big in the chat, and you know what I mean. We're all friendly, but everybody's not friends. Make sense? So certain teams need a guy, and who are they going to go? They're going to probably come to you. Probably ask, hey, dude, we know a certain one. No, I'm just saying, let's keep it like a one or two that's available. Guys,
hold on, hold on. I'm sorry, but this is hilarious for me. Listen, this is hilarious to me. Listen, I gotta give him a quick look. I always gotta. Germ, listen, we press for time today, but I always got anytime you pop in there, I gotta put you.
Hold on, we can do it up. But since we got Germ, let's talk about his game.
I watched all the games,
but let's talk about start with Germ's game. We can pull the game.
Hold on, let me pop him on the screen.
And Germ is one of the guys who actually made a key free agent pickup on Saturday. I know you were trying to work on getting a certain player for a while. And Saturday, you were able to make it happen.
Got
one. Talk about it. And like I told Murphy in your interview, you have a team. You have a team.
Yeah, we have a good team. I wasn't too sure, and I was kind of nervous going into that first game. But then we had the little free agent pickup, Cello. We met him on the sideline. He was looking for a team. And I was like, yo, give it a try. You don't mess with it. You don't have to play next week. And he played. He hooped. He should have got the ball more, in my opinion. But when you build chemistry, with new players, that's it. But he made a key catch. He was a monster on defense. He was everywhere. He was good. Good vibes, honestly. We were just lucky to pick someone up. That just meshed well with the team. We're a big. A lot of the teams I play on, we're always pretty solid defensively. It's usually on the offense where push comes to shove, Yeah.
But there's a certain comment in here that there's a rumor that you wanted someone else. You weren't able to get him. So you had to settle for.
Settle? No, we don't settle. We just take what's given.
They're saying that's not the one you wanted. Go ahead. We all know. We all know
who you wanted.
I want
next man up, right?
Be honest with you guys. It's not even. If I knew Sel was available, because I asked him at the end of the fall season, and he was low key mad after the loss with Purple Rain, so maybe that's on me. But he wasn't really feeling like playing, because he was just gonna wait till spring. And then I saw him in the winter, and I was like, "Fuck it, get him on
Well,
the
just for the
squad."
record, what happens is these guys reach out and we're like, yo, and Cello is a superstar, so we're like, yo, show up to the field. Somebody go pick you up. Don't worry about it. Just show up and you'll find a team. Yeah, like so it worked out. It happened to be you, Germ. Germ, one thing I want to say is I watched the game and usually you bring more energy, but this time you brought positive captain energy. And I recognized a little difference in you because this is your first time being the guy running the team. And so far, I know it's only one game, but you're doing a good job. And you positive with your team. And see if you watch the huddle after the plays, you're coming all the way over, make sure everybody knows that y'all all happy about it. So, but you guys look really good this week.
Yeah,
you guys look really good.
Marcel impressed me. He put on a good game. We definitely, like I said, work on team chemistry and stuff. And you guys saw my little paragraphs. That's a lot of these new teams. They're not really yet together with their quarterback or even as a unit, as a team yet. So you see a bunch of drops. You see like blown coverages sometimes, but that's not because they're bad. It's just like I said, chemistry. Knowing how the next player next to you plays.
So let's actually talk about your game. You played against a Ravens team, a lot of the same guys, but they did add a couple extra pieces in AP and Q. Let's talk about that matchup.
The Ravens defense, man, was the whole story. Ike was a monster at the line. He's coming for Go Giver.
Go Giver, yes.
Oh, bro. He had like 4 or 5 pass deflections. He had a pick off a pass deflection that he gave to himself, basically. He gave himself an alley-oop, and I was like, all right, Ike, whatever.
Yeah.
Only the greats do that, man. Only the greats do that, and then some of them even turn those into touchdowns. I've seen you do it. I've seen Kurt do it. I've seen Ike do it actually multiple times over the last season. So there's people making a case.
My thing is, you don't throw over Ike. You gotta throw around him. He's like, what is he, like 6'3", 6'4"?
He says 6'2". He says 6'2".
Yeah, Ike's lying, bro. Ike's lying.
I interviewed. He said 6'2".
He doing like they do in the NBA.
Yeah. He's like, what's his name? He's like KD. He says he's 6'10". He's taller. He's taller than everyone. But what was I gonna say? Like that team is good, man. Ravens team, they always have a good squad. In my opinion, they just need to find something to go on offense because they were going on offense against us. Omar started picking us apart. He started driving the ball downfield. Will was killer on those slants, bro. Don't even get me started about those slants, man. Fucking 3 touchdowns off slants. I was like, bro, fuck, I'm playing against Michael Thomas out here.
Slant boy.
But then it was a game of 2 halves. As we say, there's an hour of football to be played in Red Zone. And the second half, you guys adjusted and locked everything down.
My football is about adjusting, and definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting a different result. So we're not insane. We just gotta, be on our toes a little quicker. We can't let up 3 touchdowns by the time we realize, oh shit, we gotta change something. We had to move the ball around. There you go.
Yeah. Well, you guys had got off to the hot start. I think you jumped up 12-zip. No.
Yeah, we started off hot. We started off real hot. Defense was looking good. And then Omar adjusted, and he started switching it up, getting the ball out quicker. And it hurt us because he let the receivers make plays in flag football. I've always thought this. You got to let the receivers make a play. They got flags. It's not tackle. No one's gripping onto you. They have to let you run a little bit and then grab your flag. So you just got to make a miss.
As Rob would say, message. Right?
Message. That's it right there. Jerm coming here with the game for them. Whatchamacallit had I thought Ray. I'm gonna say this. I'm happy to see Ray out there with you guys. Ray is always on the roster, but we don't always get to see Ray. And to see Ray out there, and he was very pivotal this week for you guys.
Honestly, I don't know how we got Ray out there. I'm not gonna front.
Hopefully he played, had fun, and he'll come back. Yeah.
You just gotta draw Ray in. You gotta draw him with people. Ray's the type of guy. He wants to play with the friends. He wants to play for fun. So you got to get him on the field, and then he gets competitive.
Gotcha. Yeah. And we know he's a great player. So that, like I said, like he said, you guys have a team. You guys have
we're
a
talking
really
about
team.
the wrong thing. We're talking about the wrong
we
thing.
We are. There was a man that you made a pickup of.
Did you guys see fucking Dre?
Dre
was an animal.
he's gonna get his time. You know he's gonna get his time. That's
Yo, Rob, I know you got the catch somewhere on there. Pull it up. I know you got that catch. I know you have it. It's in your camera.
That's for later in the show.
Nah. We gotta show it now.
Time. But that was arguably, that's probably the best play we've had in red zone.
That's the best catch in RZFL history.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wouldn't argue
short
that.
history, but in history.
100%.
I won't argue that.
It's the best catch I've seen in a lot of places.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's not even the catch itself. It's who's guarding him, how many people are guarding him, and the fact that his arm was getting
bumped a little bit.
Yeah.
And he gets bumped a little bit, and he holds on to the ball in that one hand. It never moved. Slides to out of bounds to make sure there's no question about it. That was just an ill play, man.
Dude, the ball not moving a centimeter was insane. Did not move. He caught it instantaneously.
Yeah, and he had it. And no matter what, he had that ball. You know what's crazy? So we're talking about this play, the one hand play that put you guys up. But then after the one-hand play, he makes the pivotal defensive play to tip it so that Ray can get the pick to finish the game. He was really good for you. I think he also led y'all in receptions. Dre, he led the team in receptions. He had 9 receptions.
How did it come about getting him on the team? I think he was on the original roster you sent me.
Dre was probably the easiest guy to get on the team. I've been wanting to play with Dre. I hit Dre up. I'm like, yo, bro. He's like, yeah, I don't want a QB though. I'm like, no, you're not gonna QB. You're gonna be wide receiver. And I was like, yeah, probably do that wide receiver 1, 2, or 3. He's like, nah, I'm wide receiver 1. And I said, all right, we'll see. Man pulled up to the field, played like that. And I'm like, all right, Dre, you got it, bro.
He's somebody, and he came to me after. He's somebody who's mad at his rank. He feel like he's underranked as a 3, so he said he's going to show people why he feels he's a 2 or a 1 this year. So that's
just
the man.
Remember, I always want to be ranked lower. I'd rather be a tier 5 than a tier 3 right now. You guys got me ranked too high, man.
Well, naturally, from a team building standpoint, yes, but from a I can play the game and
pride standpoint,
ego, but from a pride standpoint, if you feel you're better than
you want to have the respect of the people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's and listen, being ranked high does hinder you a little bit but it hinders you for good reason. It's because you change the dynamic of what's going on. So
honestly,
Lamar in the chat saying must be.
Now, my thing in the chat is, who is this guy, Shane, bro? He's a quarterback. He can't play wide receiver.
Well, he had a pick on defense.
He did have a pick on defense.
Well, that was he threw a pick, and then the very next play, he got it back.
Nah, I tried to recruit Shane too. I'm not going to front. I tried to recruit Shane, but I told him, I told him, if Merceau wanted the QB, you were going to play wide receiver. Yeah. No. If Merceau wanted the QB, he was going to be QB. Shane would be wide receiver. And Shane was like, nah. And then we got into a stalemate. And then I talked to Merceau. And Merceau was going to let him QB. But then Shane was like, nah, I want to play with my boyfriends. So I said, okay, Shane, no problem.
So you did reach an agreement for him to be the QB of the team. And he said no.
Well, yeah, because also, I had to, I would probably have to drop some guys too. And that was kind of hard for me too. And I'm like, nah, I want to play with my friends because we're supposed to be a D3 team, but it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Winter's a tough division to make for us because everybody's not playing, and you're not sure that everybody will be able to get equal things. So, but when we opened it up, look, it worked out for everybody.
It's not everybody now, but it's everybody not initially wanting to play. So that's the reason why it was supposed to be built the way it was. But then you get 2 weeks away, you get this text Hey,
And then people start, oh, yo, I want to put in
I
the
wanna
team.
play,
I
I
want to
wanna
put,
put in the team.
FOMO
That's
hits,
when you have to open up the parameters and things like that. So there are certain teams that are built the original way. We can talk about
there's help. Look, we're
yeah,
not gonna
there's
bring up
some
who,
teams.
but we're actively looking
That's what I'm
for help for
saying.
those
Yeah,
teams.
that's what I'm saying. There's certain teams that are built based on the original parameters that we had. I know nobody asked for an explanation. I'm giving it anyway.
Yeah.
Listen. Only people who play in the winter, only people who actually play in the winter could give these critiques.
And I'm not giving it out, but that's the reason why certain games look the way they look. You can look at the scorecard over there and see what we're talking about. So
no, I said my piece about every team in the league already. I gave my descriptions, I gave my power rankings, all before the podcast this week. I don't want to hear nothing. I told every team what I saw because honestly, the shortest game I watched and the shortest game I feel like I had to watch was that Guardians game. Because I put that bitch at 4 times speed, all you see the score is go whoop 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 whoop, and I'm like, wait, what?
But hold on, we're gonna have but that's what we're talking about. If we're having a candid conversation, you said you had a D3 team, but when the parameters got opened up, you were able to reach out and get the guys in Cello, right? You were able to do that. Everybody didn't have that.
I was about to walk in there with my tier 3s, and I'll be like, oh, we good, guys.
No, I did, and you would have played that way, but I'm pretty sure you're glad to have Cello or 1-2 to compete in this league, right?
Dude, trust me, I am more than glad to have Cello. I'm happy to have him because not because of talent-wise, tiers, I feel like this shit is a little overrated, especially since it became a hybrid division. It's just about which team's going to play better. Especially since there's only one of them. If one tier 1 is making that big of a difference, you have a lot more problems than not having a tier 1 or that tier 2,
You know what? Go ahead, Jim. Finish your statement.
Like that tier 1, the tier 2, especially on the Ravens, the players, I'm not saying they're bad, but they can't control the whole game. Now, if your tier 1's a quarterback, that's a little different. Like Shane being a quarterback tier 1, yeah, that's going to change the game. But you having a tier 1 or tier 2 and then your quarterback's not getting you the ball, what are you going to do? You're not going to do much. Maybe defensively, but then there you go.
Well, that's what there's going to be for what I think you're alluding to. You would hope that there's adjustments for those teams to figure out how to play with what they have. Because some of those teams have a lot of new moving parts. We're more talking about the teams that weren't able to get the players to compete
able to dip into the free agent pool.
Those guys, like, because there's
that's what I'm talking about. You even if your team has enough chemistry, maybe the quarterback is a D3 quarterback, but if your team can play well, you guys can make it work. That's my thing. Like, we were ready to roll out there, not a single tier 2 or tier 1 guy, and we were just going to play ball because that's what we do.
The funny part is I think y'all still would have been all right. Just off of experience. So, but then like I said, right now, I think we only have one team that we got to find a guy for. All the other teams I think have a guy. And it's like one guy could make the difference. You know what I mean? Just to even them out a little bit with everybody. I'm not worried about the QB. I'm not worried about the other players on the team. It's just they need one guy that can maybe go mano-a-mano with one of those other guys on one of your teams and win. And that's basically what it is. It's not like a far gap. So it's just, you know what? Let's jump into. Let's finish talking about your game. Like I said, shut down the Ravens in the second half. Basically, what I think happened was there was it started one way, there was an adjustment, then an adjustment, and there was no other adjustment after that one, and that's where we get 0 in the second half. Then big players make big plays. and smart players make smart plays. I don't know if you said you watched back the game. Did you watch how Dre was playing in between the sideline and the in and making and making him and deterring the throw to either guy?
Yeah.
And then
honestly,
when they finally did it, he got a hand on it.
Because Ray, not Ray, Dre was just playing and he was talking to the people around him. And even I was talking to Dre too, because I'm like, yo, step up, play that middle, play up a little bit, get in their face, cut off the passing lane. I'm telling both my corners that, because that's how you should be playing. Dre played it perfectly. And when push came to shove, he executed and it led to a pick.
Yeah.
And
I would like to see Omar. So I'm gonna on that offensive side, right? You have a guy that can take the top off.
Multiple guys.
Yeah, I need you to spread the field and be more decisive in some of those early decisions, because you're making that defender gun it in there. You're making that defender hold up a throw. Every time he makes you hold up a throw, the percentage of you completing a pass goes down a little bit. It goes down. So every time he went there and that little hedge Dre did, he held that one. The little hedge Dre did back, he held. Oh, you behind the ball now you getting rushed. And then what we get, safeties and sacks and throwing the ball away. So you got to be a little bit more decisive in that decision making. Another thing, he has to handle the blitz a little better. When the blitz is coming, you have to. I played with a lot of QBs. They know that blitz is still alive, and it seems like a blitzing down. What do? They already have a check down ready for that blitz right away. Now the blitz is dead. Back to the regular offense. So it's just and to be honest, this is what you're gonna call this is gonna sharpen some guys.
Yeah.
This is gonna sharpen some of these guys. What up, Kenny?
What's happening?
This is gonna sharpen some teams, especially a team that is normally in the D3. This should sharpen you for D3. Even if I'm not saying you can't win. I'm not saying you can get real sharp, then you'll be one of the contenders in this division. But then when you go back to D3 where the parameters drastically come back down to something specific everybody has, you should stand out. So but yeah, you guys, great game by you guys. Great defense. Second half defense, shut them down. They just have some adjustments to make. They need to be able to adjust to what y'all adjusted to. It's like I said, in 30 minutes in this half, we've seen 2 adjustments. Then we went into the second half. There was a third adjustment by y'all defensively, and there was no fourth adjustment.
Yeah.
And that's it. And it's gonna be a chess game. These players, y'all can play. Teams can play. Players are good. Like, these ain't no slouches out here. This became a hybrid division, so all the dogs are there. A lot of the dogs are there. So
honestly, all the teams, especially what I watched, the potential for all of them to do well is up here. I know the exact team you're talking about that's looking for a guy, because I was looking back the tape, and I know exactly the team. I'm not gonna say it, but I know which team you're talking about. And even that team, they have certain guys, but if you looked at the game, it was just bad drops, and it led to something, I alluded to in my comments. I don't know if you read them, but I alluded to like what I didn't like about what they did or eventually ended up doing in that game, because I feel like they didn't need to and should have just stuck with the game plan. Or more.
You know what he's talking about, Rob? Because I know what he's talking about.
By what he's saying, I think I know what
Come on, guys. He's talking about they took Rowe out of the game week 1.
Let's move to that game.
No. We're not bad about them. You thought they should have stuck through with Rowe.
Yeah.
Week 1. Let's talk about it. Come on.
He played the best. He played the best in that mix.
Yeah,
so absolutely, we're not gonna be. We don't have to be too.
I hate it.
We don't gotta use the baby gloves.
Yeah, they know.
I think Rowett's a solid quarterback. He finds stress at times and he gets flustered, but that's every quarterback. It just comes with a new team and stuff. I see he has some of his old guys like Kev, KJ, and stuff. But if you look at the game, it wasn't bad throws per se, and they had a great opening drive. They drove down the field.
They did.
I don't know the opening drive, a second drive, but they had a great drive, drove down the field, scored. But that defense looked like like they just opened the gates for them. They didn't even like. I don't know what happened. Like they just said, "Here, score. Don't worry about it. We'll score back on offense." And then they got into, and then the offense got very still very quickly. You know, it's a mental thing for quarterbacks. Sometimes you see a guy consistently that you know can catch the ball. When they start to drop the ball, and especially the newer guys starting to drop the ball as well, it's frustrating and it messes with the head. And Rohit coming out of the game was the worst decision they made. It's week one. And they play.
Kenny, hold on. Let Kenny get some words in. He's been here for a minute.
No, I thought Jeremy was making a lot of good points. Nothing to say there. Just listening.
Let's talk about
it. I mean, the guy they put in after him, Juan, can play too. I don't think it was Rohit's fault they were losing, per se. No. I think kind of something we talked about at the field without going too much detail, that they have a bit of a roster issue, which is going to be showing. And that against that team, that was probably the worst team for them to face in week one. So it was just more glaring. But I don't think Rohit played that bad. Just watching some of it at the field, it's like, oh, that's a throw that's on target. It's like if the guy ran a better
on video, it wasn't bad.
His play wasn't bad. Yeah. They just need more help. And I caught some of what you guys were saying earlier in terms of like the transition between making two divisions in one division now, where all this talent has now been, what's a good way to put it? Well, the fact that you change up the parameters left them in the transition. It's like,
talent was infused. We could use that. Yeah. Yeah. So, but like I said, you know, we always look out and work to even everybody out. We're going to continue doing our due diligence on that standpoint. Other than, and defensively, right? When you're struggling on defense, you need to go back to basic defense and don't get gashed for the big play. Dump it down, gang tackle. Dump it down, gang tackle. Get him to 10 yards. But when he get that 10 yards, I got to be on his ass, and that's all he got. 11. You know what I mean? And then by that time you get down into the red zone, they have to drive the whole way up. Some clock goes, and what? They get one shot into the end zone on 4th down and hope you make a stop. Now they may score, but at least you made them work for it. We can't have those gashing plays where they're running wild on you. It just can't happen. It just can't happen. So sometimes you just gotta. It's not even a stop the bleeding. Sometimes you want a small. Sometimes you want to, you know, I'm not saying stop the bleeding. I'm saying just make sure the cut is small. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. You like that? Yeah. So that was about it. I think they'll, you know, and like Kenny said, that just wasn't the team for them to play this week. That's a veteran team that's always clicking on all cylinders. They had a Nas in there, which is basically a Nas playing with his guys. Yeah. They do this on Thursdays in the Bronx on a weekly basis, probably. So, you know, that just wasn't the polished team for them to play. Huh?
Like I've been out there with them.
How many times have I been out there to the Bronx?
In the Bronx.
0.
Rob,
and that
Rob's
number will stay the same.
Rob he's not catching a ball. He's not running her out. Rob is there. He's a ref. And he's gonna be like, all right, pay up.
But Rob has a healthy fear of the Bronx. I'm
not gonna. You can't catch me in the Bronx. I passed through. Passed through on my way to the bridge. Passed through on my way to Connecticut. On the way to upstate. Yeah, I'm good. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to.
Can I say one thing about the Guardians? Yeah. One thing about the Guardians. You know, I think this is a good win for them, especially the first game of the season. You know, they're making a statement for sure. But at the same time, I even said this in my description too. I was like, I want to see them play somebody else because you could tell this is a new team. I want them to play team. Like, I want to see them against the Ville like this week.
Get your wish.
And you will get that wish this week.
Not because of anything in particular, just because I know
it's going to be a tougher team.
Not even it's going to be a tougher team. I just know it's going to be two teams that know each other to an extent, and the chemistry's there enough where they'll understand what's going on. And I want to see them try to coordinate against each other. You know, I want to see if it's more of just like mano a mano or it's more strategic than this.
It's going to be good football, but it's going to be nonstop.
Stop
Yeah.
chirping.
I
Stop
can
chirping.
hear it now.
Yeah.
I can hear it now. It's gonna be fun though.
All right, let's go to this ball up top Outlaws game. First and
Oh,
foremost,
let's talk about, not to cut you off, but Kenny hasn't got to say a lot. So let's talk about the Ville and Kenny's team, the Bolts. We're not gonna.
Oh yeah,
did I confirm that was my team?
Hey, you on that?
I'll jump in any picture, man.
You on the sideline?
in the picture.
Are you not in that picture? Are you not in that picture? Yeah. So talk about it.
I gotta be. In terms of what? What do you want?
Everything.
In terms of the game, in terms of what?
Oh, okay. I mean, I was watching a lot of it. It's the Ville did what we thought they would do in terms of there was a new team. There's like, oh, is this like more like Caliph's Part 2? Or I think someone asked that question. Or what was the other squad they had? The Elites, because of Shane's group. It was like, no, it's a different team. They still have people that can ball, and they're still missing people allegedly, which makes them good. So it wasn't a surprise how well they played on offense in terms of the Ville. I think the Bolts had a few issues with.
We had a few issues.
Okay, I'll say we. I'll say we. In terms of what can I say? I have a lot to say. I have to be careful.
Taking care of the football.
There was some of that. I think as a function of two things. One, there were players that were open. And sometimes we'd pass up those throws for longer home run shots, which can kill a drive. If you don't make the throw, it's like
message. I like that.
That's something I've noticed when playing against them, and now watching it up close, like, oh, okay,
see more. It's only in the song.
Oh yeah, I know. What you're gonna say.
It's only in the song.
Somebody else could say it. Somebody else could say
it. Take what you got to take, man.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
There was some of that. There were some receiver errors in terms of people not running and getting open. That could be a function of just like it's a long route, but some of it's just like watching. It's like there's a lack of nuance here. That's like makes it difficult for people to get open in terms of receivers on their own. Drop passes. Kazi made a number of good passes that were dropped. I was like, oh, if you catch that, it's a whole different drive. Mm-hmm. That was offense. I also had to yell at Kazi a couple of times to run. I'm like, you hear me? The play he had that highlight run is like, take off.
And he's like, good at it.
Exactly.
He's really good at scrambling.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. It's like there's too many times, well, not just him per se, but quarterbacks. And I guess as a quarterback, it's hard to get out of that. I got to throw my first mindset. Yeah, I saw that.
I saw that.
I know. The nature of the game is when you fake out the rusher and people aren't looking at you for running, it helps, especially if it's not like a 4th and goal and long play, run. Especially if you can pick up more than like 10 yards on the run. It's like, run. It helps the offense. And now people have to think. I mean, they didn't end up scoring on the drive, but it was a great run from him. That was some of it offensively. Defense, combination of things, I'd say. I don't think, and this is something that you see with a lot of defenses, they're not aggressive enough. I've talked about that some, actually, in terms of people who are in short coverage lining too far away from the ball, which I loathe myself. Because like I hate conceding 10-yard passes easily to people. And you see that on film with in that game and other games too with other teams. But that's something I noticed. Short guys too far. And safeties were like, again, it's a preference thing. I personally don't like watching safeties be like 20 yards off the ball. It's like there's too much space there. You want them to be able to range enough to like, all right, let's say you start like 12 yards off the ball if you want to start, and then back up and play that way rather than just conceding that.
It's easier to dart down.
See, this is so
exactly.
Me and you have a different philosophy on safety play. So now the corner play I agree with, but the call comes from the safety. So the safety is going to decide and tell his corner what he needs him to do depending on personnel and who's on that side, whether you have the 3, whether you have the 2, and that all depends. So a lot of the times, me personally, it would be like, yo, split them and drop back. And once that guy gets about 10 to 12 yards, you release him. That's my job now. Now you go back down and find that other guy and then be looking for the guy that's crossing over to your side.
Agreed.
Right. So now in errors, so this is what happens when people make these errors. So the errors, what happens is a lot of times guys like to, so the defense, I know it's two sides to the defense, but at the end of the day, the defense still has to be a cohesive unit as a whole. So now what happens is, this is one mistake people make. They go, all right, corner, you stay. Is when they get the two side, they go corner. You stay with him. I'm going to stay with this other guy. Now, what happens is that man on half of the field, right? Let me tell you why it doesn't work. It creates a man on half of the field. So what happens is, if that guy that the safety had to take crosses over to the opposing side of the field, he's not going to see the guy that crosses over from the other side of the field. It's going to be wide open downfield. So you can never go into a man-man situation unless you're just calling man. There's no half man, half zone. Because the other side, it'll What you doing? What's up?
You're preaching the gospel tonight, man.
Yeah, so that's what happens, and that's why the error happens. So at the end of the day, you could tell. So say it's a guy you kind of know as safety. It's a guy you kind of know is going to come downfield. You can tell the corner to man the other guy, but you still have to be back there being safety. Like, you can't man anybody, because if you man somebody and that guy pulls you, now when that guy, when you're safety on the other side thinking that that guy's crossing over and he releases him, he's releasing him to nobody because you're manning the other guy. So now he's wide open.
A lot of communication.
So you have to. It's and I'm not like, and in spurts you can do these little minor quick things to take something away, but they can gash you if they recognize it. There's a post coming up from the tight in the middle, they're gonna get you. Yeah. So at the end of the day, safeties are safeties, corners are corners. Safety, communicate down to your corner. Some corners can communicate up to the safety. If the corner's really good, then the corner can be making the call. I'm not saying he can. Middle linebacker can also make the calls. But me personally, on the side, I'm talking to my corner. I've played with many corners. I played with good corners. I've played with bad corners that I make look like good corners. So it's basically in what you're telling them to do. You can make anybody successful as a corner in front of you by giving them micro things to do. At the end of the day, the ball, when you're safety, the one luxury you have is the ball has to be in the air longer to get to you. So now you don't have to be that close because you can know your range to cut something off or something like that. So you get the luxury. The corner don't have the luxury. If he's not where he is, the ball gets there really fast. He don't have that luxury. But the safety, what's going on? The safety can do that. Like you can. Sorry guys, you can. No worries. I get a lot of calls. The safety can safety has the time. Now another thing is safety has to know his range and his speed. You got to know that you can beat this specific QB's throw, which you may test out throughout the game depending on who he is.
You see a lot of bait and miss though.
Because you can bait and miss. That's by underestimating how fast the QB can beat you. But so you have to go, all right, this QB throws that fast. That means I got to be a little bit closer to where I got to get to. This QB floats the ball. I could be center field and get to that shit. So then what that does is create an illusion of something open. That's where you do your baiting. You don't do your baiting downward, if that makes any sense. You do your baiting left to right.
Got you.
Yeah. So anyway, I went on a tangent.
No, that's a good
about that.
The key thing about what you said there is to be communication, because the nature of all zones is there's always open spots. You can, if you're reading and understanding what the offense is doing, you can decide to change what the open spots are mid play. It can be difficult though if you're working with people who like you can't trust, or you're like, even if you tell them something, they're not going to do
everybody has to have the same understanding though. Yeah. Because in the end of the day, like I said, there's two sides to the defense, but at the end of the day, it has to be one cohesive unit. So like I said, the major problem that happens is you man that guy, I'm a man this guy, and then the other side is in zone. What are they going to do? They're going to stay on their side zoning.
Exactly.
That's one thing to talk about it. Kenny, are you going to be out there playing with the bolts tomorrow and execute? That's what the people want to know.
I'm not going to play. I'm not playing. I'm out for a little while, but I'll be back eventually.
Guys, I'm sorry.
So basically,
hold on, Jeremy.
I gotta head out.
We'll see you tomorrow, bro.
Jeremy, it's always a pleasure. We'll see you tomorrow, bro.
Yeah. You're
not going to avoid the question, Kenny. Back to that.
What's the question? I missed that.
You said you're out for a little while.
Yeah, I've been playing since like week 1 of the playoffs. I hurt my hand. I've been playing through it, so I've been resting it now. Like I don't for non-playoff games. Like I don't need to play yet. So yes, I don't even know how it was either in the Gladiators game or the Browns game. It happened. The next day I woke up, I couldn't move my thumb, swollen as a
so it's bad. Okay,
yeah, but it's gotten better. It's now been like almost a month there, but there's no reason to play and like take a hit to the hand until I have to the playoffs. So out, but I'll be back eventually. So. God willing in January.
Yeah. I'm sure you'll be back. What do we got? All right. So so let's get to this. So for the Bolts and the Ville didn't start the game off great. No. Also, you got to remember a lot of those guys are coming from 5-man. So there's a difference in style of football.
Oh yeah.
So it is not. A lot of people think that if you're a great flag, Shane's been able to do both. But they think if you're a great 5-man QB, that you're a great 6-man QB in what we play. It does not always translate. It doesn't matter if you come from a different league. There's an adjustment period. Shane is already adjusted, but his players may need to adjust a little bit. Some of them got it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And some of them may need a little bit more work on it because it's not that 1-2 and the ball's out because the guy's being under duress and you got to let it out. It's not all that timing doesn't work sometimes.
What is the rush?
Know what I mean,
what is the rush?
What
can he play? What's the rush in 5?
What's the rush in the 5-man?
Like some of them play in different leagues, which I could name.
Legends and LIFFL.
Yeah, depending on the league, it's either 4 seconds. Or 2 seconds, or even is it 3? That's 8-man. 8-man is 3 for some of them. So all divisions, different leagues, they're different times. But it's in LIFFL, these fields are smaller. It's a 60-yard field versus 80. What was Legends? I don't remember. I've played in some Legends games. I don't remember what size their field is, but they have 4 downs. LIFFL 5-man is 3 down. That's another difference between the two. So it's a different game slightly, but
no first down.
LIFFL has first downs, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. They have 2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there's restrictions on when the QB can run in 5-man. Like you can't run in the red zone as a 5-man QB. So there's differences in the game, different nuances. But Shane's played I know he played 8-man. I don't know if he's played 5-man, but he's good in either one. But yeah, some of the other guys I've played, I was like, I've seen you before. I've played you somewhere. So they'll pick it up though. And their team is good enough that they'll do something. I think there's a number of teams that have a chance to win the whole thing, and they're one of them. So.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And then, like I said, this game was here. Take care of the football. That's basically it. Just taking care of the football. Kazi, use them legs when you got to. If it ain't there, it ain't there. Be decisive in the early throws.
What I'm thinking about, and I'm sorry to keep bringing you back into it, Kenny.
No worries.
When you're ready to play, and then the number one that you did recruit, when you guys on defense flying around, the guy who probably played one of his best games ever in our
title game
D1 championship.
Yeah.
I just can only imagine how much better that defense is actually going to be with you two guys on it. So,
and then as a threat and also on the offensive side as threats that people actually have to really not that they're not having to be next to other guys, but it just adds to what they already have of guys that you may have to be pasted to, which then makes some things a little bit wider and more open. Pause. So
first one. But we're 48 minutes in. First one. That's
I agree. I think once the team fully assembles, it's going to be dangerous. But then we have to execute once we're fully assembled. So. Yeah, I think they'll be a lot better in the first week showing eventually.
All right. So that's for that game. Let's move on to Ball Up Top versus the Outlaws. So this game here was drops.
Yep.
Drops.
That's it. There's nothing more to talk about. Just drops.
Drops.
Drops, and more drops. And then and if you don't know what we're talking about, Outlaws had a lot of drops in this game. But then even so, they came and Dean was able to get a pick that put them in great position late in the game, but they couldn't stop the pinpoint passing. That's what I'm going to call it, because I don't think they were really good downfield ball up top, but in one thing I did notice is coming across the field, if his guy had a step, that ball is placed perfectly ahead. That his guy perfectly and easily catchable ball placed ahead that they can get it. And I've seen it multiple times. Had one great throw where he didn't put his leg back down. He kind of threw it off a one leg bomb downfield. That was a nice throw. So listen, man, we've seen him, the QB Ramsey, we've seen him elsewhere. I want to see what he can do live. You know what I mean? In here in Red Zone, like I said, there's an adjustment period to the style, the different players you have. So let's see what they they won the game. So even with that, they still came out victorious. But a lot of this was drops from the Outlaws.
Yeah,
I thought Jay threw particularly
good addition.
Well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This was a long time coming though.
Yeah.
It seems like this was supposed to happen already. It just didn't work out. So I think this is more of a building step for these guys to push forward in later seasons.
Oh, for sure.
They're gonna become dangerous with what they have. So Ali, I think he's still a little battered and bruised from the fall. So he barely played. I should have. You know what? I'm gonna start tracking these damn drops. I would love to.
We can definitely do it. We're gonna start it. It started with the drop extra point also, which forced him to have to go for 2 later on in the game.
Yep.
Aziz.
Yeah.
Nice. So you call him out.
Yeah. Oh no. You know.
Yeah.
We talk to them regularly, so they know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then it still resulted in a close game. You know what I mean? So. Riley had a great game. To be honest, Ramsey spread the ball to everybody. The receptions go 5, 7, 5, 5, 6, 2, 1, 2, 4. Everybody's getting the ball. Everybody's getting multiple receptions. So he spread the ball around. But we'll see what they do moving forward. Not much to talk about in that game. We already talked about the. So now what is it? We already spoke about. Did we speak about every game? We might have.
We did.
Yeah, we ran through it.
Just real quick, Kenny.
Yeah, go on.
It's week 1, so it's premature. Whatever you want to call it. But I guess we'll do this weekly with you. We have you on just your version of your power rankings because apparently me and Rob get killed and we do ours. So
let me say first, I got to give a shout out. I was listening earlier, so I don't know if you give a shout out to this guy, Yusuf. You call him Baby Squirrel. You call him Yusuf. Whatever you want.
Oh yeah.
Other names.
Chipmunk.
Well, I don't know what name he actually wants to go by. And if we go,
I think it's Chipmunk.
Theme,
it's Chip. I don't know if he wants to go by Chipmunk, but
it didn't look like
there's no knock. There's no knock on going by the name of Chipmunk because of how great Squirrel is. So if you're in those footsteps, you'll be a great player. He's going to be a great player.
Yeah, just him coming off the sidelines and watching. You see him at a lot of his games watching, and now he's actually playing. Good for him. So I figured I'd say that before. I actually agreed
watching and doing a lot of this, the most of this, but he's fun.
No, I actually agreed with what Jerem put on the chat for the most part. It's hard, like 1, 2. I would say the middle 5 teams you could rank anywhere. Because even in like teams that lost, I wouldn't necessarily put them over teams that won in week 1. Because I would say just based on the games alone, if you're only looking at that, I would have had Guardians 1 and then Bolts 7 and Lights Out 8, which is like, I'm trying to be objective here in terms of just watching. But everybody else, you could have ranked them anywhere for the most part in that middle 5. It was hard for me to give you like a. Well, I think people want to hear a specific 8. Yeah. Let me think about that.
And just for the record, the score is actually 54-12. They didn't get to 60.
Oh, I guess that's a relief. But
the game was over before the game. The game was over before the game was over. Oh, so we just allowed, they wanted to. Roe and them wanted to, try to get some things going, just work some more things out. So we kind of let them play a little bit longer and stuck around. But the score was actually 54-12. I just wanted to make that clear.
That's fair.
In the record books, it's 54-12. Just for the record, the stats are updated. I will send the site out when we get off here. The games are on there. I'll send the link out for the winter hybrid season.
Okay. Okay. Let me start from 8 to 1. It's probably easier.
Mm-hmm.
8 lights out. 7 bolts. Who would I? Ooh, this controversial one. I put the Ravens at 6 for now, even though it's like they could have very easily been higher. Outlaws at 5 because the Jay's really good though, but I'm putting in Gladiators ahead of Outlaws just because.
Whoa!
I'm sorry. This Saturday Football
SFS.
Squad, which I actually really like that name.
Yeah.
Yes.
I miss Ball Up Top
because we all know where that comes from. So
I know. Let me think. Let me rearrange the order. Actually, Ball Up Top at 5. Outlaws at 4. I think Saturday Football Squad at 3. The Ville at 2, and then I was going to call them Guardians. No, they are the Guardians. Guardians at 1 for now. But that's the middle 5 are so fluid that I wouldn't stand on any of what I just said in the middle 5. I was very certain about
what I heard from that is you call the Ball Up Top win over Outlaws a fluke because they beat them and you have the Outlaws.
That's why it's like even.
Hey, I'm not here to.
Even in a loss, I'm like, am I necessarily ranking them below? Not necessarily. I guess it's technically, if it's a 1 week power rank, is maybe say because they won, but it's like
it's not a standing, it's a power ranking.
Yeah. So. Even then, it's like it's so like a couple of mistakes the other way. It's like they could have easily won that game. So it's that's why I say it's a very fluid power ranking in the middle 5.
Yeah.
I think 1, 7, and 8. I think we're.
Yeah. Hey, we got to do a better job of keeping Kenny's power ranking this season here so that we can watch it change throughout the season.
You get lambasted publicly. Yeah. Get it wrong.
Yes.
Yeah. You got to put on IG.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. No, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. And Germ, I'm going to take what Germ wrote.
Get that type it out for us. We're gonna post it on the IG.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take what Germ put in there and I'm gonna place it on a graphic, and then we're gonna put that out also. I thought that was very well done by him in the chat earlier.
Agree.
So
yeah.
So oh yeah, you know what? It's that time of the show, Kenny. For the record, there's only 8 teams. There's 1 division, so there will be no top 10. There will only be a top 5 because you guys are not you're not gonna have us scouring through to try to force something. To try to force
what we decided this year. We'd rather have things that possibly should be on and
should make it and not make it than to have plays that are a 10 that shouldn't be a highlight play. So we're going with a top 5 for the winter season hybrid. It's only 1 division. Top 10 will be back in the spring when we have multiple divisions. All right, let me get us out here.
Welcome to the Red Zone Winter Time, brought to you by Idea AEC, Dynamic Accounting and Cactus Sportswear. Did you make the top 5?
I wonder what number 1 is.
Oops, number 5. This is what I mean by don't get gashed. Stay in your lanes, guys. Touchdown squirrel. Yeah. Number 4.
Okay, double take.
Oh, good concentration. Good concentration. Yeah, he was the first to get to that ball.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Nice play.
Get it, Ray.
Welcome back
and
to
spin.
Ray. Yeah.
And the spin. Welcome back to Ray.
Yeah, Mercer had a number of good throws that game.
Number 2.
Welcome back to this guy also. We played with him a couple years ago.
Welcome back, Marion. I'm so glad to see him back.
Good
and
play.
Still got some juice.
Okay.
And he still got some juice.
Yeah.
And he also had a return a pick, an interception for 2 on an extra point in this game.
Pause it, Rob. Pause it. I was gonna say, I was gonna have Kenny guess what number 1 was, man. Like
I knew what number 1 was.
I said like we all didn't know.
I was there at the field. I was like, "There's no way that's not number 1."
Yeah, but go ahead, Rob.
Yeah.
And the number 1 play Let's just watch it. Oh my God!
Damn.
Way to hang on to that. And that was actually excellent defense too. It's not.
It was.
I think sometimes people forget
It
when
definitely
offense
was.
makes great plays. It's like you can play good defense and they still make a better play.
Y'all gonna know who the fuck I am.
Yes, we know you. Yes. Good.
A little slower for everybody so they could see what happened.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dre, man.
Excellent play.
Let me ask you.
That was nice, wasn't
Let
it?
me ask you.
That
a
was
question.
dope.
Yeah,
That was nice.
great. That was great. Let me and not to inflate Dre's ego or anything like that. The play, it was a great play. When you first saw it, I guess Fat Man posted and I put it in the chat. How many times did you rewatch it? Honestly,
I watched it once just because I remember what it was like on the field, so I didn't need to rewatch it a bunch of times. But it was just like, I was just well done. I mean, I've played with Dre for a long time, so he's mostly played quarterback, but I've seen him go out and catch passes every now and then too. So like he can catch. He's a good like all around player. So no surprise that he can make a play like that. Good for him.
Rob, same question. How many times did you watch it?
Oh, I'm still watching it. To be honest with you, I'm still watching it. Even I made the video and then I still was watching it back. And then I slowed it down, zoomed in a little bit. And then you're like, because you got to look at it's a lot of elements to that play. Okay. So he's covered. Will has lined that football up. I feel like if Dre goes with two hands, Will gets to defend it. The fact that Dre didn't reach back with the two and allowed the football to keep going to his one, and then he stuck it. Then he gets bumped.
Yeah.
And holds on to it in the one hand.
Yeah.
Listen, and I've seen him catch one-handed catches before, and I've seen people make one-handed catches before, but to make a one-handed catch, get contacted, hit the ground, and the ball doesn't move at all, which means that when it hit his hand, it stuck. And he had it already. Then he just brings it down on the floor. And everybody, I was watching from the other side, right? So I was talking to somebody, but I was looking that way. And you just hear me go, oh, and they're like, what happened? Because their back was and he was like, I was like, he just caught it with one hand. Yeah. In the back of the end zone in coverage and got bumped. Yeah, it was a sick play, man. Dre has two of the best. Dre has probably the two greatest plays in the history of RZ. And like I hope this play goes viral too. This play, he deserves to go viral again because he went viral with the tap back in the overtime. So he just has Dre is just let's not call him a good QB, let's not call him a good receiver. Dre is a good football player. That's it. Defensively, he knows what he's doing, and having the IQ of the game helps him be good. And I'm not saying he's lacking anything athletically, because just what I know for a fact that he's in the gym and he's been working his way back off. He had the shoulder surgery injury there. He had other injuries, and he's just working. So he's in the gym and he just keeps looking better and better. I'm not saying getting better. He just keeps looking better and better for in the league. But he's just a good football player, man. And that's it. Like it's nothing. Some guys just got a knack for it doesn't matter where it is. He just, when the play needs to be made, he makes it. You know what I mean? He's where he's supposed to be. He understands. If you watch him, he was the corner, like I said, late in the game. He split in the two. He drops back slightly and he takes away reads. He takes away your read inside. Then when you don't have the read inside, what are you going to do? You're going to look to the next read, which is probably outside. He jumps back that way. He takes that away. Nah, you in trouble. Then what? Then you're like, all right, screw it. He can't get the both, and you throw it. And then what happens? Picks it, he bats it, turnover, game's over. So that man's just playing good football. Shout out to Dre, man. Shout out to Mersal also.
Yeah,
I've seen Mersal play a lot of good QB.
I'm as the throw before that to Cello.
That was an
It's a
excellent
cello.
That was
an excellent throw.
That was my throw. I like that throw.
It's a underrated play in the game, but if you understand the time and distance and what was going on, that play to Cello, that Cello made, then he was able to turn it up a little bit, then get out of bounds smartly to know to get out of bounds. So this was just a high IQ. Shout out to Merce because, like I said, Merce has stepped in the fall to play QB, and I've seen nothing but solid QB play from him as of late. So shout out to him, man. They got something special there if they keep it up. Everybody, I just hope everybody, we need everybody to stay healthy. We need Ray out there. We need Cello out there, and they're gonna become a better cohesive unit because they're not a unit yet, and they did this.
Yeah.
They still got work to do. Imagine when they figure it out and all those pieces are in the places they need to be. It's gonna be special to look at. So,
all true. Keep it in the spirit of putting Kenny's feet to the fire. We already have. He sent me the power rankings. We get that posted
in the chat.
Keep track of your record this year. So something different. I know you didn't know. So we're gonna start off Ravens Outlaws. Just real quick. Who wins? We don't need explanation. Just who wins?
Outlaws.
We have the other 9 o'clock game, Ball Up Top, and SFS.
SFS.
Okay. And at 10:30, we have Lights Out and Bolts.
Bolts.
And then I guess many would consider the game of the week. I know we're early, but Ville and Guardians.
Guardians.
Okay. I like it. All
right.
Shane, you heard that? Shane, you heard that?
Yeah.
It's true.
I like it.
Oh, Guardians.
Outlaws, Guardians.
I just saved that. I'm sending with you. You already kept what you said.
And who? Ball Up Top, SFS. Who's winning?
SFS.
SFS. Okay. Got it.
Text that to me, please.
Oh, I definitely.
I'll get that on a graphic. I'll get that on a graphic by the end of the week. So it's going to be that and your power rankings. We'll try to keep it weekly so we see how fluid it is. And germs breakdowns will be also put up there. But listen, we I think that's it, man. Listen, we only got 8 teams, which somehow we still spent what time? Shit, how?
Hour 6, yeah.
Yeah, we still spent an hour. But to be honest, moving forward, the show will probably be a little bit faster because we'll probably be on air half hour because we don't have that much teams to talk about. Don't think we forgot about the championships. During this break, we will come on in and have a championship podcast. There's some things that we have to finish up for the season. There's a couple things we have to finish. There will be awards for this season. So there's little things we have to polish out. So don't think we forgot. And I'm sure you guys will get your due and be talked about as much as you guys deserve. Everybody who won in the Yeah, you deserve to be talked about. Listen, even the NBA, they don't give out their awards till they do an award show, like a whole thing and stuff like that. It isn't the same anymore where you just know who got it. You know what I mean? So, we'll get to that. But episode 1, winter hybrid 25-26. Tomorrow, field should be clear. Thank you, Rain.
It was great.
Kenny, we were not looking forward to having to go out there and move any snow if we had to.
I figured
you were out there the previous winter and seeing some of the times we had to move. It's brutal.
Shovel out.
Listen, it would be great if when there is snow, some of the players can show up with a shovel. We got so much players. I think we could do it in one swoop. If everybody just lines up and takes a scoop, just go straight line. Just one swoop. We could, could save us some time. But
I mean, fee payers want to get some action. They can show up early,
Don't start, Kenny. Don't start this guy back up. Don't start this guy back up.
I'm not talking about that. We good.
Please.
We're good. But we are going to be out early. Game 9 and 10:30. So 9 o'clock. This game will begin.
So everybody, good luck tomorrow. And wait, hold on. We did have so before we go, I need y'all to do this. I need y'all to do this because the man had some plays this week, right?
Oh, for sure.
Second one, put it together. Tashi. Shitashi. The man has some plays this week as he does every week. So
that's the crazy part about that's the crazy thing about only having the 5 plays, because the tip pick could have made it. Taji's run could have made it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah. So now you gotta, with the 5, I know it's less games, but you gotta still work hard to get on the top 10.
Oh, love it.
The top 5.
The top 5.
And the top 5 will be up on Instagram probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right.
Everybody tomorrow.
Peace out.
Good stuff, guys.
Kenny, peace.
Oh, yep.
Kenny, make sure you wear your cleats tomorrow.
Okay.
Make sure they're there with you. I'm just saying.
I was told to do this.
Okay.
Who told you to do that?
I was told to do that. So, all right, John.
All right, John. Peace.
Good stuff.
It doesn't matter how much you're in the out, don't count your snaps, just make sure your snaps count. Take what you're given till you get what you want to take. Grind like the bread to turn that pressure into weight. It doesn't matter how much you're in the out, don't count your snaps, just make sure your snaps count.